Dear friends, welcome to the Akash tutorials. So today we will learn about a very important concept which is primary key and foreign key. This is one of the most important concept in database design, which is also known as a referential integrity constraint. Let us understand this with the help of an example. For example, I'm having this student table where I have stored student ID, first name, last name and course. If you see this table carefully, there are few problems. See, there are 5 students. Let us imagine we have record of, let's say, 50,000 students which are opting, the courses. Many of them have opted for accounts, many of them opted for short courses and computing, so on. So अगर एक student accounts के लिए, let's see how many bytes it will consume. So it will consume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bytes will be consumed. अगर एक character एक byte consume करता है, let's assume, so it will consume 8 bytes. And if, let's say, 1000 students are there, so 8000 bytes will be consumed for this particular value. Same as short course, if you count this, it takes 12 bytes, and if there are 1000 students who has opted for short course, or 10,000 students, then it will consume 12,000, right? If 1000 students opted for this course, so 12,000 bytes will be consumed. So second problem is, the first problem was memory. It will of course consume more memory. Second problem is, it will also delay the search. Whenever we apply searches on such fields, it takes more time. There is a solution to this. If I can divide that column into a table basically. Now you can see here that course column is replaced by a column course ID, and I have created a new table. Let's say this is the course table which consists of course name, and ID is given to every course which will be unique, and that is course ID. Now, suppose the same thing is there. Many students have opted for accounts or short courses. Here, short courses, I have not written the short course, I have written the ID. So it will consume only 4 bytes. See how easy it is now. As compared to 12 bytes, it will consume now 4 bytes. In accounts, it was consuming 8 bytes, it will consume 4 bytes. So हमारा जो पहला problem था, that memory, now it will consume less memory. Second, जब आप ऐसे करते हो, definitely it increases the speed of the searching also. It increases the speed of the searching automatically. And now there is one thing that we need to take care. For example, tomorrow I change this S042 to S041. Let us I change this course. So it should be changed automatically here also. Or it should not allow me because already S042, the child record is present there. So secondly, sometime I may delete this record. Let's say now this course is no more in our institution. So then automatically the course should be deleted from here also. So in such cases we need to link these both tables. This is only possible through foreign key constraint. Because in this table it will be our primary key constraint, because I have given the unique records with their detail and I have given the unique ID. It has to be primary key. Then automatically in the second table it will become foreign key constraint. We will apply foreign key constraint. So once we apply the foreign key constraint, then both the tables will be linked. This is called as referential integrity constraint. So it solves our problem like this. So in such cases, so whenever you change any course ID here, S042, for example, if I say S041, it will automatically change it here. We can do it through on cascade update and on cascade delete. I will discuss it with more, that how if we change the records in the parent table, how it will get affected in the child table also. So this we will discuss in our next video. Right now you need to understand why we are using this primary key and foreign key constraint. The simple funda is, let me once again tell you, let us go to the previous slide. Here you can see we got two problems we faced. One is the memory. It would have consumed more memory because I need to write down the full course name again and again and again. Whereas second one is, whenever we apply search, it would have taken more time. But when we split this column into two, basically this is something called as normalization. This is one of the part of normalizing your database. So now I have given a unique ID to every course. Now instead of writing down the course name, I am writing down the course ID. So whenever we write it down in such a way, we link both the tables. It simply means कि इस table में जब भी course ID आएंगे, their value depends upon the master table or the parent table. Parent table is that table where it is a primary key field, and this has become the child table, and on the child table we apply the foreign key. Now this table will not accept any value which is not in the parent table. For example, I cannot write down any value A005 because it will not accept. It will simply tell you this course does not exist in the parent table because we do not have any such courses, right? So this is how the primary key and foreign key works. Foreign key constraint can only be applied on a column if it is a primary key field on the another table. This is called referential integrity constraint. So we will discuss more about, because there are two things more attached to this, which is on cascade update and on cascade delete. So that we will cover in our next session. I hope you understand what is primary key and what is foreign key, what are its advantages. If you like my lecture, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.